guys, welcome back. Today we are doing another slow flow bar routine, but don't think that means it's easy. As you may have realized if you did the last one, often these slower routines can be a little bit more difficult because it's going to be all about that control, lots of core stabilization, and of course today we are working the glutes like whoa. So go ahead, grab a mat and join me for this super intense glute workout. Okay, so we're just gonna start with a nice sort of like shake out, loosen everything up, release a little bit of tension. So feet are going to be hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, just nice and grounded through the bottoms of the feet. And I want you to go ahead, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, take palms together at the top. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Do that one more time here. So inhale, up. Exhale, palms down. And then we're just going to do that once more actually. So inhale up. This time though, you're going to take a fold all the way forward. So if you're feeling a little bit tight here, I want you to just bring the hands onto the shins, keep a little bit of softness in the knees. You can start to pedal it out a little bit, but just let the head hang down. On the inhale, a little bit of softness in the knees. You're just going to lift hands to shins, reach the back nice and long. Crown of the head is going to be toward me. Flat back, navel drawing in. Exhale, fold all the way down again. And we'll do that again. So inhale, lift halfway, flat back, pull the shoulder blades back. And exhale, all the way down. And then go ahead, bring it all the way back up again. So slowly stacking up. So we're going to do a little bit more of a dynamic stretch here. So you have a few different options. Option number one, so this is going to be option one, level one. Hands are going to be on the hips. You'll just go forward into that flat back. If you want to advance that a little bit more, hands behind the nape of the neck, elbows wide, so a little bit more weight up there, and then the hardest variation is going to be arms reaching all the way up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn to the side for you here. So again, feet hip distance, you can take any of those three options you want, and you're just going to keep the back nice and flat. You can have a little bit of softness in the knees, and then go ahead, lift it back up. So we'll exhale, face down, keeping back of the neck nice and long. Inhale, maintaining that nice flat back as you lift it back up, squeezing the butt at the top. So getting a nice little hamstring stretch here. You should feel it down the backs of the legs. And again, just keeping those feet nice and rooted. Few more here. These feel good. It's a nice one to do first thing in the morning as well. If you feel like advancing it, feel free to advance. If you do have those arms reaching long, make sure that you are keeping the arms just in line with the ears. Long line of energy through the fingertips. And one more here, and we're just going to hold on to it. So hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the hands come all the way down here. Let the head go again. Fingertips are just touching down, a little bit ahead of the feet here. You're going to pop heels up, drop the butt down, knees coming between the elbows, but keeping a little bit of space between the knees. Inhale here, on your exhale, you're just going to stretch, pop the butt up, release the head down. If that is too much of a stretch, you can just roll the heels back down, maybe keep, again, a little bit of a bend in the knees. So go to your level. I am working in a nice hot room right now, so it's super helpful for stretching, for flexibility. Feels really nice. But if you are in a less hot room, it could be a little bit harder to get going. Couple more here. And last one. And just go ahead and roll those heels back. Put a nice deep bend in the knees here, and you're just going to inhale, sweep arms up. So once you're up there, I want you to find a tuck. So butt's going to come under. It's not flaring back with that. Tuck it under. Arms are up here. by the ears. From there, you're going to sweep the arms down by the side, start to straighten the legs, and then dive it forward. So coming to that same flat back position that we were in, then you'll circle the arms back or right away from you, bend the knees, lift the chest. So we're just going between this chair pose and then that nice flat back reach. Nice and slow, lots of control. So just starting to build a little bit of heat here. And it's also quite a nice stretch for the shoulders if you're really taking them through a nice full rotation. Warms up the core as well. So like I said, there's gonna be a bit of a balance challenge in this one. If you need to modify, you can always just touch a wall or a chair or something when we're doing those moments of balance. But I'd like you to challenge yourself, try to go for that balance. You can always touch a leg back down if you need to, and probably chances are that I'm going to need to at some point. One more here. And then bring it back to that chair. So this is where we're gonna start in on that balance. I'm gonna go ahead and turn to the side here. Go ahead, bring the hands down to heart center. You're gonna float the right leg all the way back. So dropping down into a warrior three here. Find that squareness in the hips, hands in front of the heart, and you're just going to hinge on that hip, draw the right knee up, abs in tight, lifting the chest, extend, pointing the toes. Bend it back in, so nice and slowly, and you're going to bring it all the way back again. So this is really gonna get those glutes working hard. So just go as slowly, as much control here as you possibly can. One leg will probably be a little bit easier than the other. Ooh, and if you're currently on that left leg, I often start with my left leg because it is my non-dominant. So I like to get it out of the way. And especially when I'm feeling a little bit fresher, start with that non-dominant side to help strengthen it up. And a lot of this is abs as well. Abs and glutes often go hand in hand. They're buddies. A few more here. You might even feel the calf of the standing leg. It's super helpful in that stabilization. You might be feeling a lot of things. Feel the feelings. And last one here, we're gonna keep it back and you're just gonna touch down, lift up. So exhale down, inhale, lift. Keeping a little bit of softness in that standing leg. Another good modification, so you could either grab onto something, you could even just touch the fingertips to the floor here. So both of those are good options, or just let it shake itself out. Keep going for 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold it on 1 and pulse it there. Ooh. I'm cheating, bringing my hands to my standing leg. It helps with the stability. So if you need to take that little cheat, it's not the worst cheat you could do. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. I want you to bend a little deeper in that standing leg. Wow, and press it up. Oh my God. So either if you're holding on to something here, again, you could modify by just touching the toes down, hands down, take a little bend, push it straight. So that would be a good modification there. Still very much works the glutes. Woo, just depends how much you want to work them right now. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, and bring it down. Give it a little shake out. There's one side down, so we're moving nicely through it. And hopefully you started on your non-dominant side. So maybe side 2 will be a little bit easier, probably not, but let's go for it. So drop back down to that chair here, hands at heart center. Go ahead, pop up the left leg or whichever leg you didn't do last time and extend it long. So long line energy, crown of the head through the tips of the toes, a little bit of softness in that standing leg. And we'll start to take that little kind of rocking motion, nice and slowly. So like you are pushing through water, which does sound nice and refreshing right now. So really nice workout to do at the end of the day to calm you down a little bit, because it's still a slow flow. And it'll be mat based at the end, I promise. We'll take it back down after this. But also a good one to do to wake you up first thing in the morning. Find that balance. I'm not doing it at either of those times. I'm doing it in the afternoon. That works too. All day, every day. So just stay with that breathing here. Really focusing on the abs. Couple more here. And last one, go ahead, take it all the way through. And then we'll get into those lifts. So bring it back, find that softness, find that stability, touch toes down, lift it back up. Exhale, touch, inhale, lift. So staying square over that standing leg. Maybe getting a little bit wobbly. There we go. So just stay with it here. I know it's intense. But that's what those glutes need sometimes. Go for 3, 2, keep it up there on 1, and we pulse it, little tiny pulses. So try to keep everything really, really stable, really steady, except for that leg. You can bring the hands to navel, just as a little reminder, tuck in, and keep pulsing it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, bend a little deeper to that standing leg. Woo, press it up. A little bend, press it up. I love these for the glutes. You might not love them in this moment. I'm not sure I love them in this moment, but I do love them long term. Gotta think of long term. Woo. Getting wiggly. So yeah, if you drop out of it, no worries. Just get right back into it. It happens. We are exhausting those muscles to the max. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Oh, go ahead, bring it up. Give it a little shake out. Whew. So feeling nice and warm there, I imagine. Give it a quick little shake out here. We are going to bring it down to the mat, just as I promised. So go ahead, step to the front part of your mat here. Feet about hip distance apart, navel drawing in. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, we'll take a big forward fold here. Hello, glutes. Give it a little shake out here. And then knees soft here. Inhale, lift halfway. Find a flat back. Exhale, all the way down. Plant the hands here, and you can either step or jump back to a plank. Let's just hold in this plank for just a second. Navel drawing in, keeping shoulders over the wrists. Glutes are engaged, so press back through the heels, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then we'll take a chaturanga, or you can drop to the knees. If you want to drop to the knees, do that. You'll shift forward, elbows coming back by the sides, lower, and inhale. Whew, press it up. Still squeezing the glutes. Exhale, roll it back. Find your first downward dog. So while we're in this first downward dog, take advantage of it to take a little walk here. Shake it out, and then press down through both heels here. Take that right leg back. You're going to inhale, leg all the way up. Exhale, step it through. So coming into a nice little lunge here, hands on either side. And you draw navel in, lift the chest away from that leg, and you're just going to touch left knee down, push back through the heel. So exhale, touch, Inhale, push it back. Really extend it back behind you so you feel that full stretch down the back of the leg for 3, 2, and 1. From there, I want you to lift up into a nice little crescent lunge here. I don't know why speaking is so hard right now, it just is. And then you're gonna open into a warrior 2. So let's just find the positioning here. Front heel is gonna be in line with that back arch of the foot. Arms reaching long, chest is gonna be square toward me, navel drawing in. With that right knee, I want you to open it, really press it behind you. Arms out to the side. Keeping that knee straight, you're just going to extend and lower back into it. So coming nice and low. So another really nice one for working those glutes. So just going up and down here. And you could pair this video with one of my other, more focused videos to really get a nice complete routine, or you could just do this one. Keep it simple. And go for 2 more here. And last one. Press that leg straight. Float the arms all the way along to the right and go ahead and lower down, finding a nice little triangle here. So you can just rest the hand on the ankle. You can take it all the way down to the floor, wherever you are feeling it, but opening up those hips here. Shoulders are nice and soft. And then go ahead, windmill that arm back around, turn over that right foot, step back to a plank. Let's hold here for a couple of breaths. So again, softening the shoulders, squeezing the glutes, and we'll lower it down again. So shifting forward, bend elbows back, inhale, pressing up to an upward dog or cobra, and exhale. Roll it back. Again, just take a little walk out here. And then take that left leg long. Inhale, sweep that leg up. Exhale, we'll go ahead and step it all the way through again. So make sure that the knee never extends past the ankle there. That ankle is nice, or the heel is nice and planted. Lift the chest away. You're going to touch down. And inhale, roll it back. Exhale, touch down. Inhale, extend that heel fully behind you. For 2 and 1. Keep it nice and long there. Inhale, sweep up. I'm gonna go ahead, turn the other direction. You guys stay there, just so I'm not facing away. And then open up into that warrior 2 from there. So take a second again if you need to adjust anything there. Arms reaching nice and long. Sink down into it and slowly press it up. Inhaling as you come up. Exhale. Sink down into it. Nice long lines here. So again, just take a look at that knee. Make sure you are directing it in line with the toes. Tuck the butt under as much as you can here. It can be quite a tough one if your hips go inward more naturally, but it's a good one for getting more of that outward rotation because it's building the strength around it as well. A couple more here. And last one, extend it straight, reach those arms long, and dip it down. Pop goes my hip. So again, just open the hips up there. Nice long reach, but softness in the shoulders. Hold it there for just a second, and then windmill that arm back down. Frame the left foot, step it back to a plank. So go ahead, hold this plank for just a second, and then we'll press straight back up to a downward dog. So from this downward dog, you've got a little bit more here for the glutes. I want you to extend the right leg long. Inhale that leg all the way up. On the exhale, you're gonna take the knee to the outside of the right elbow, and then I want you to pop it up. So you're gonna stay in the plank. We're gonna do that a few more times. So touch, pop. Touch, pop it up. Go for 3. You could modify by dropping onto the left knee. 2, I want you to just hold it on one, hold it there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Woo, press it back to that downward dog again. So quick little moment of rest, kind of sort of. Left leg now comes long. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, touch the outside of left elbow. And we stay in plank, pop it up, touch it in. Pop it up, touch it in. A few more here. Here's 3, 2. Get ready for that hold. We hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch it down. Downward dog again. Last little pedal out here before we drop it all the way down. So from here, shift it forward to plank, and we're gonna lower it all the way down to the mat this time. So shift forward, go ahead, lower, 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 pow, all the way down. There we are. So you're going to take the hands, stack them on top of one another, elbows nice and wide here. Legs can be at about mat shoulder distance apart. Find where it feels good for you. And then you're either going to rest the forehead or the chin on the hands. Forehead is a little bit better because it keeps your neck neutral, but I also understand if you don't want to bury your face in your mat, so keeping that in mind. From here, you're going to lift both legs, touch them down. Knees will be straight here, so keep that in mind. If you're just lifting like this, that is not a lift. That is a false lift. No false lifts here. If your mat is really thin and your hips are grinding into the floor like mine are, you might want to double it up under the hips. I'm just going to roll with it. Little lift, squeezing the glutes, lower down. And if this is your first time doing this, you might not get that much of a lift. That's okay. We're just training the glutes little by little to make them more reactive. And go for 3, and 2, and 1. We're gonna add on to that a little bit. So this time we're gonna add in an extension. You're gonna lift, flex the feet, curl in, heels touch, extend, lower it down. So lift, curl, extend, lower, lift, touch heels, extend, lower. I'm really regretting not doubling my mat under my hips. I might have to go back on that because it is killing my hips. This is a super thin mat. Yikes. Ooh. Go for 3 more here. Last one, and I actually want you to hold it here, and you're just gonna do little lifts. So heels together, feet are flexed, lift up, lift up. Keep pushing there, keep going there. I gotta do this. I've got like little holes in my mat where my hips were. Wonderful. Oh, okay, there we go, let's try that. Oh, so much better. So a little lift up there. So just pushing through the heels, squeezing the glutes, keeping the upper body as relaxed as you possibly can. Go for 6. 3, 2, hold it up on 1, and we're just gonna go for that extension. So out, bring it in, out, and in. Still murdering my hips. What? So yeah, make sure you cushion your hips. Pro tip on this one. Cushion those hips. Anytime you're doing one of these prone ones, it's not a bad idea. So keep it going here. We've got 4, 3, glutes should be burning, head shaking. 2, last one, hold it, point the toes, lift as high as you can, hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hands underneath shoulders. Go ahead, press it back to a child's pose here. So we can take the knees a little bit wide, sit the butt all the way back, reaching nice and long ahead of you. Hold it here for a second. Maybe take a little rock side to side. Woo-hoo-hoo. We'll give it a quick stretch out. So go ahead, bring the right knee toward that right thumb, right heel toward the left hip bone, or you can bring it a little farther forward if the hips are nice and open, but coming into a nice little pigeon. Lower it to the forearms. You can walk it all the way down, maybe rest the forehead, but just breathe into it here. And go ahead and press it up. Step that foot back. Switch out your legs here. Nice and even on both sides. Again, if you want to drop it down or fold all the way down, but really breathing into it. Melting the chest into the mat. And go ahead, press it back up again. Woo, take that foot back. And you guys are all done. So I hope that your glutes are burning. You feel nice and strong and warm and awake. Thank you guys so much for joining me for that workout. And if you like this one, let me know by giving it a like and subscribing to the channel to see more. So I do upload every Monday. If you have any specific videos you'd like to request, please let me know down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.